All right, let's start. Modim. One more day of Modim, of thinking. Okay, last time we were still discussing the explanation of Modim, of accepting Hashem's side of the story, where He is everything and we are nothing. And this connects back to something we discussed in the first bracha of Magen Avraham, and he shows up. Magen Avraham, if you remember when we said Magen Avraham and we talked about Elokeinu v'Elokei Avoseinu, that the God and the God of our forefathers, we mentioned that there are three godly energies that we were alluding to: Memale Kol Almin, Soivev Kol Almin, and Atzmus. Remember this? Yes? Wow. That's a long time ago. Okay. Memale Kol Almin, which literally means the light that fills all the worlds, is a light that adapts to each creation as it goes down through the Seder Ishtalshalut, all the levels, all the worlds, and it contracts itself slowly. And the level of Memale Kol Almin is something that with effort we can understand. What I mean we can understand. Remember, we were talking about here, Modim is Hashem, I accept your opinion even though I don't understand it. So Memale Kol Almin, the level of Memale Kol Almin is something we are able to understand with some effort. The other level was Soivev Kol Almin. The other light of Hashem is called Soivev Kol Almin, the light that surrounds all the worlds, not because it's literally around us, it's everywhere, but it doesn't permeate. It's an infinite light that is hidden, because if it was shown, we wouldn't be able to resist it. We would just, our neshamas would leave our bodies, and that would be it. This level, with effort, we cannot understand it, but we can understand it through what is called Yediat Hashlila. We can understand what it is not. Sometimes there's something you can say, well, I know at least this is not this, and not this, and not this, and not that. So the infinite light of Hashem, we can understand a bit of it by understanding what it is not. Yes, you're doing like this.
Since Hashem is everything, it cannot be nothing. Or it cannot be something that is not.
I'll say, maybe I'm saying it wrong. I understand that this is not water, that this is not a table, that this is not glasses, yes?
Right.
Now, because this is a normal thing, I can say this is a siddur. But sometimes you can't understand what this is, but I can at least say, okay, this is not this, and this is not that. So with Soivev Kol Almin, that's what we can do. We can cross out things that it is not, but we can't put our finger on what it is, because it's an infinite light of Hashem. Yeah?
Okay.
That was better?
Yeah.
David? No.
But if it's infinite, it's like everything's in there, right?
It's possible. No, but I mean,
How can you say it's not a table?
Exactly. I mean,
Avram the philosopher came. No? Yeah, go ahead.
no. I mean, the example is clear. I'm not sure if.
You think you can
use
understand it. You think Soivev is understandable.
But that doesn't mean that I cannot understand that what is not. The example is for us.
The example is for us,
It's
so
for
we
us.
can understand.
For us, it's clear what you just said.
We can understand. Good morning. That
For us, what you just said is clear.
yes,
But no one can explain Hashem in the positive or in the negative.
we're not talking about Hashem.
I thought you were.
We're talking about Soivev Kol Almin,
Which is the way Hashem expresses.
which is the infinite light of Hashem, not Hashem himself.
How can you explain that? I mean, it's okay. I can ask and Modim your example. Accept it.
You will more than accept it if I read the next line.
The mikveh.
The door on the right should be open.
No, it's closed.
It should be open, the door on the right. Okay. With what I'm going to say next, I think you understand better this. Because there's a third level, which is called Atzmus, the essence of Hashem. Okay? The essence of Hashem is not understandable. Yeah?
That I can understand.
That you can understand. Now we're not understanding anything. No. Okay. So Memale we can understand with effort. Sovev we can understand by at least knowing what it is not. And the essence of Hashem we can't understand. Yeah? So when we're doing Modim, we're going straight to the essence of Hashem, to what we can't understand at all. When we're doing Modim and we're accepting Hashem's perspective, we are going straight into that. Yes? That is why this bracha, as we said, is related to the Sefira of Hoid. The Sefira of Hoid, which we talked about, it was Hoda'ah, it was the same word as accepting, as thanking, etc. It also represents the left thigh. Now, I'm not sure why the left one, but at least it's a thigh. Like Netzach and Hod are both thighs, or represented by thighs. Netzach is the right thigh, and Hod is the left thigh. Now, the thighs are pretty far away from the brain. We don't use our thighs to understand things.
With some people, the thighs are right next to their brain, but that's another question.
Okay, this is going to be on YouTube. Well, Hashem, they can't see your face, but yes. The thigh is very far from the brain for most people, as you said, and so it is not about understanding, but it is about moving forward over obstacles. I don't understand, but I can still move forward. Yeah? That's what you do with the thighs. You move forward, not necessarily understanding. And as we mentioned this, but I'll mention it again, throughout the morning, we're doing this acceptance thing more than once. We're doing Modim, accepting Hashem's more than once. We do it first thing in the morning when we say Moide Ani. First thing we wake up and we say Hashem, we accept. Even though I just woke up and I feel like this is not a dream. I am alive now. This is real.
That mode in the morning when you wake up is the same type of modim, because this modim is about accepting even if I don't. The other one is thinking.
From 10,000 feet is the same, but as you get closer, like you are, is not the same. Yeah?
Right.
From 10,000 feet it's the same, but if you get closer, it's not the same. Because you shouldn't even think about Torah before washing your hands in the morning. So how much can you really think or understand at, what time you woke up today, 5:30?
Yeah, but it's about things.
It's
in the first thing.
not only about things, it's also about acceptance.
Yeah.
There's an acceptance where I can't even really have thoughts yet. Yeah? My thoughts are not working very well as soon as I wake up. But it is an acceptance as well.
Well, but look, modim here.
Modim, there is also thank you. It means both things.
But
Remember?
what are you thinking, or what are you acknowledging? Hashem, you are like this, you're like that, and
Yeah.
the other one is thank you that you hazarta. I mean, that you wake me up again. I mean, that I'm awake again.
They're both.
So that's a thank you.
They're both. They're both the three explanations. I said Modim is thank you, is praising. Thank you, praising, and acknowledging. It means that everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere you see that, then you can explain it somehow in the three levels. Yeah? We're also thanking here. This is the bracha of being thankful. So We're just explaining a deeper level where we're acknowledging, but it doesn't mean that this is only acknowledging and that is also only thanking. All of them we're thanking. That's the more revealed part of it.
Actually, in the other one, I'm acknowledging that you are the one that awake me again. Yeah. So I think you're right.
Look, for the past few weeks, months, I got a new alarm system. What do you call it? Whatever. I used to use an Apple Watch and to wake me up, and an alarm. The Apple Watch never worked. The Apple Watch was vibrating. It never woke me up. So the alarm would wake me up, but then it would wake up my wife. I found this thing that is made for people who can't hear. It's like this square thing you put under your bed, under your pillow, sorry, and it vibrates the whole pillow. Okay? So I've been waking up to that the past few weeks, but it also has a snooze. You can still snooze on it. But Hashem has helped me that I always snooze all the way up to my backup alarm. So it never ends up sounding the alarm, so I wake up my wife. So yes, Hashem waking me up, yes. He's making sure I don't snooze past that time. But that is an acknowledgement that I understand. But understanding memale, soivev, atzmus, that's not even in the picture when you wake up in the morning, right? It's an automatic acknowledgement without any effort. I'm not going to think now, yeah? But then we get to hoidu la Hashem. We acknowledge again at the beginning of Shacharis. That's already a higher level. We do Modim in the Amidah, where we're saying now. And we finish Shacharis, we say, Ach tzadikim yoidu lishmecha yesh v'yisharim esmanecha. Yoidu, it's also from Modim. These three last acceptances, we are expected to be more intellectual. We are accepting now, even though I do know that I don't understand. Before in the morning, maybe I didn't understand because I just woke up. But now, I didn't understand because I even if I try, I don't understand. David?
¿Cuál estamos? Modim.
Modim, yeah.
Modim no say thank you for everything that you give us.
Yes. Okay, Tzur Chayenu. We also say in the bracha, you are the rock of our life. And here, there's an example in Chassidut that is brought many times, where you can have, what's it called? Carbón, ¿cómo se dice? Coal. People far away are listening. Coal. When you have, yeah. When you have hot coals, right? If you blow them, you'll get fire out of them. There's a fire, you can even see it, it's there. If you grab two Flintstones, I'm not talking about Fred and Vilma, the actual stones, and you knock them together, you get fire. But now, in the Flintstone, you can't see any fire. So, oh look, there is a fire right there. No, it's just a stone. In fact, you can put the Flintstone in the water, then bring it out, and then you can still make fire. If you put the coal in the water, and then you blow at it, it's done. The fire is gone. Yeah? So there's a clear difference between a Flintstone and a coal. It says, our relationship with Hashem, in many moments, is not apparent. You look at it, and it's like, I don't see a fire. I don't see a fire there. But we're like a Flintstone. You put us in water. You cannot turn off our capacity to generate a fiery relationship with Hashem. Fuego, ¿entiendes? See? A fiery relationship with Hashem. And we're acknowledging or accepting or thinking that reality when we say, Tzur Chayenu, that our connection with Hashem can never be turned off. can never be turned off with water. Yeah? Okay. We also say, Nisecha shebechol yom, that the miracles that we have every day, bechol yom imanu. And here, if you remember, one of the things we said in the Nigla part for this and Nifla Yisecha, we talked about the miracles that we don't even know about. Here is also similarly saying we're thanking Hashem for the miracles that are dressed in nature. They happen and they look like nature, but it's a miracle. It's something that is out of the ordinary, that is dressed in ordinary. But at the same time, things that happen because of Ashkaha Pratit, divine providence, where we see, oh, I went here and I just met this person, and if I wouldn't have gotten that red light, I would have gotten there a few minutes later and I wouldn't have seen him, and then because I saw him, and then I did this, and so you start connecting the dots of why Hashem has done certain things to you. That is Ashkaha Pratit, divine providence. And you know that even though many times you don't connect the dots are still connecting. And we can say we have a little piece of Ashkaha Pratit today, because as you'll see, the Hayom Yom for today talks about davening and how Yaakov's ladder goes from all the way to the bottom of the ground to the sky, because prayer is a 4-step process where we go through the 4 worlds. And where does it start? With Modim. And the Hayom Yom itself doesn't expand much on that point. But if you go to the source from where that Hayom Yom was taken, which is a Maimar from the Frierdiker Rebbe, a chassidic discourse from the previous Rebbe, that Maimar discusses all the thing we just talked about accepting, etc. And then one of the quotes is what they put in the Hayom Yom. It just mentions that we start with acknowledging, but it doesn't go in depth. Now, who cares? It's Ashkaha Pratit. Today we're finishing the bracha of Modim on the day that Hayom Yom is bringing this idea. You can say, it's just cat. No, it's not real. Okay. Or you know that Ashkaha Pratit is there. Hatov ki lo chalu rachamecha ve'amerachem lo tamu chasadecha ki me'olam kivinu lach. Here we mention twice mercy and goodness. Rachamecha, merachem, and toiv and chesed. One mercy is the one we normally can awaken from Hashem, and the other one is a higher level that comes from the 30 attributes of mercy. And one toiv is the revealed toiv, the revealed good, and the other one is the hidden good. The hidden good, which is we don't understand. And we have to thank Hashem for the good and for the other things that doesn't seem good. And this is one of the hardest things that we have to do. But there's no greater hoda'ah, or really not greater acknowledgement, moidim, than saying thank you Hashem for things that look bad, that happens to us that look bad. Recognizing clearly that there's a da'at elyon, a higher level of understanding, that everything that Hashem does is for the good, even though we don't understand, and the gamzu letoiva, that this is also for the good. So if you're about to eat a nice piece of chocolate and it falls off the floor, thank you Hashem. Has to be for the good. If you're about to cross Biscayne, and not the bright line train, the long train decides to come, no, thank you Hashem. If you missed a flight, thank you Hashem. If chas v'shalom, something worse happens, I don't need to mention, somehow you also have to say, thank you Hashem, or acknowledge Hashem. And again, there's no moidim greater or bigger, no acknowledgement that is bigger than thanking Hashem for whatever is the worst thing that has happened to you in your life. That you don't need to mention what that is. God willing, we shouldn't have anything bad to say thank you, only good and reveal good. But we know that we are thanking Hashem constantly. Yodu Chasela, we thank Hashem forever. because He's not always giving us stuff, but we can always increase our level of acknowledgement to Hashem. And just recognize that finally we're here bringing a flow of hamshacha, of goodness. Hatov shimchol chana eleodot, a goodness that comes because we are thanking, we are praising, and we are recognizing Hashem for what He is. We should have a very thankful day. And look at this.
Thank you.
It's the week of Thanksgiving.